Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sunny Cool, and this is Gems of War. And today I gotta get the chat and everything, so give me a minute. Hopefully y'all can hear me. This is the new account playthrough, so that always takes a second. Looks like you can hear me, and the stream is okay, I hope. And, alright, so I need to go here. Live chat. Lord Augustin is here. Can you hear me? Let me pop out chat. Pop out chat. Alright. And I could probably minimize that. All good? Alright, cool. Man, that chat pops out gigantic. We don't need all that. We don't need all of that. Can I do this? Okay. Let me get the game up on my screen. You guys are probably just seeing the game. You're not seeing anything I'm saying here, so that's cool. I probably don't want to mess with like the size of the game, or else it'll mess up on the screen. So we'll just do one of these moves. And we'll put it in live chat. There we go. So we got Lord Augustin and Glorfindel. So we're on the new account. We're going to be vaulting on the new account. I'm pretty sure I already told y'all that I joined a new guild. It's a little bit better. I think we went over that last time, so we'll not go over it again. And I haven't really played much this week on this account, so I'm kind of playing with fire there. After joining a new guild, that's a better guild. I should probably be playing a little bit every day. And there's my phone, even though I told it not to. Cool. Alright, got that, got that. Hiram Hawk, what is going on? Alright, so we got vaulting as a new account. And we're just going to jump straight into it. We're not going to do like adventure board and dungeon and all that, even though I should, because we are on a new account and I do need the diamonds. But I don't know, maybe we'll do it a little bit later. We'll see how it goes today. I will take my mail, though. We got the games button issue. Hello, adventurers. We apologize for an issue with the games button not working for the past 15 hours. It got a little confused because an upcoming pet from today's 6.6 update was scheduled for a pet rescue next week, and its image was not in version 6.5 yet. Please accept some gems, dragonite, and diamonds as compensation. Cool. So it was only a problem for 15 hours. Not a big deal in my opinion. I wasn't sweating it at all. Claim all. This is from my guild mostly, I would say. I don't need that. So I'm going to grind the like difficulty 1 explorer with the Rowan team, and what I'm gonna do is I need. Let's see here. Go to troops. Let's go to base rarity. I'll show you. Hey, Chad. Thanks, bro. We got that train out on the tracks. We're still going to do Gems of War After Dark. I just don't know when. I haven't really felt like it. Kind of been depressed about everything lately. But I'm going to get it done by the end of the month for sure. Because I said I would, and I always do stuff I say I'll do, especially stuff like that. And we'll have, like, the train, the end of the month, like, try to save the month train, choose your own adventure / Mad Libs / whatever live stream as well. I don't know if they're going to combine into one live stream or not, or they'll be 2 separate ones. But we're going to have those, as well as like today, we have Wednesday, we have next Sunday, and then we'll have at least one more. So we got 1, 2, 3, at least 4 more live streams, I think, this month. Coming up to the end of the month very quickly. We're on the 23rd right now. Let's do base rarity. Apply filter. And we have, so what I'm looking at here, what I'm thinking about here is King Oberon. I want to get some of these trait stones so I can fully trait this guy. So I need red and green trait stones. So what you can do is go here, and you can click on the one that you need. So I need this one. You just click on it. It tells you where to go. Wild Plains. We'll go to Wild Plains. We'll go to Explore. Got difficulty 1 Explore. Is this not open yet? Oh, it is open. Okay. All I need is difficulty 1. Glorfindel's been a member for 10 months. 10 months of hard labor, shoveling shite. That's for sure. Alright, so we're going to do this a lot of the time. I was thinking about maybe switching the team up and doing like I probably don't need any armor. Let's run one and just see what happens here. And then we'll see, like, do we need Golden Cog? Do we need Clockwork Sphinx? We could maybe do, like, Mountain Crusher and maybe 2 Leprechauns or something. I really wish I had a 50% start. But I don't. Not yet. That's what we're working towards. We just need Rowan, so let's do this. I'm pretty sure we could clear that without any extra armor. So I might switch up the team here. So instead of this, I need to close. Hold on a second, y'all. Forgot to close the door. Alright, so instead of this, I might go with like Mountain Crusher. Let's see what we got. I need something. Glorfindel, shoveling it up, baby. So we got Chad, you know, he runs out to the train. He knows what's up, man. He's been through this so many times. He, like, knows what's going to happen. He knows the train station is going to get overrun by a horde of zombies. So he's running out to the train. He's trying to get it started up. We got Glorfindel with the rag hanging out of his back pocket. He's going out to help. So them guys are messing with the engine of the train right now, trying to get it started up so we can get out of here before they overrun the train station. So anyway, what am I doing? I was going to say, like, okay, so we need to X out that, because we don't want any weapon that blocks mana for Rowan. And then we're just going to look through them and see, like, do we have anything that could be helpful to getting Rowan up faster? Like Mountain Crusher, probably. Do I have this upgraded? No, that sucks. I've been upgrading the Golden Cog instead. So we'll do Mountain Crusher there. The Sphinx does help us get up. So let's try it like this for a little bit. And if I might even take Clockwork Sphinx off and put another Leprechaun or something. So right now we're leveling up Titan class. We're going for those trait stones for King Oberon. And we're going for verses and vault keys. So like 4 things at once. All the while just getting hero experience. So it's really like 5 things at once we're doing. Which once you get later in the game, you won't be doing that. You'll be straight up going for vault keys and that's it. And then verses when you're not doing Nomapaloozas. We need blue. As long as we can always clear in one shot without extra armor. Considering even mixing this team up even more. 2 leprechauns. I think I'll just do it now. Alright, so if I have to, let's just type it and be smart. Leprechaun. Recruit. Put them there. Take this up here. Okay. Changing up the team. Banner. We want just all Rowan here. That's all we got. Probably just go all in green, I guess. So this is not like the team you would use for your regular Rowan business. This is just, I'm switching it up to do difficulty 1 explore the best way I can without having certain troops. So we got, Lord Augustin, Glorfindel, Hiram, Hawk here today. Coffins is here. Leprechaun won't drop for me after using over 600 keys total. Yeah, I've heard of that before, man. You're not the only one. That sucks. You just have to hope for a Bright Forest week. Save up those event keys. The people that have that bad luck with the Leprechaun, you gotta just save up event keys and wait for a Bright Forest week, and hopefully you'll get it before even that happens. You won't need very many event keys, but just save them all until you get Leprechaun. You said the Moon Mage? I'll have to check it out. You know how I get stuck in all my old metas here. Because, like, How can anything be better than that right there? Remind me later and I'll try it. I want to get some grinding in just this away for a little bit. I'll look at the Moon Mage, though, in a minute. Alright, Leprechaun. Leprechaun. And we just need... Hey, we got this. That'll do the trick. They're almost all gone. We got a gnome. See if we get anything we're looking for here. Got rubies off the gnome. Getting Titan experience. On level 1 here, we might not get the trait stone we're after, but we still have a chance. Hiram Hawk's been a member for 14 months and a tier 2 member. Really appreciate that. It's getting lonely in the tier 3 area. We just have the super OG legends there now. So we do Leprechaun. We do Leprechaun. We do Rowan. Have I got the Moon Mage? I'll definitely check it out. I think I got all those troops. Glorfindel says blue, purple, mana cost 9, hits all enemies. I mean, that would be good for, like, something other than this. Since Rowan's, like, killing them all in one shot anyway, I don't really need a cleanup. I'll try it a little bit later, though, just because you asked, you know. You are the man. Coffin says, new to your game, been watching your vids. So you're new to Gems of War? That's awesome. Ask any questions. No stupid questions. There might be a person out there watching right now that's afraid to ask whatever question you're about to ask. You'll be helping more than just yourself. Glorfindel says, I've been using her all vault. How do you get into different tiers? You have to... It's the member, it's the join button, the blue join button. Or I have a link in the description of, like, all the pre-recorded videos. Like, there's probably not one in this video. But if you go to, like, the spoiler video, there's a link where you can join up. It's $1.99 for tier 1. You get a shout out. You get the emojis, which we have all these inside joke emojis. And I'm about to make a new one for, or emotes, or whatever you call them. And about to make a new one based on, like, the best member of each month. I might test it out with, like, a DC or a Chad emoji, because they're just super OG. Or maybe Glorfindel, one of those three. But yeah, tier 1's $1.99. Join button, link in the description. Tier 2 is $4.99. It's the you get the videos early and ad free, like not every single time, but a lot of the time. And it depends how early you get them. Sometimes it's a whole day. Sometimes it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then there's tier 3, which is $9.99, and you get all that stuff. Plus, you get to suggest a video topic, and I have to make it within a month. We don't get a lot of those these days, but we've done it before, and it was fun. Sometimes the videos that the tier 3 members suggest for me to do, like, blow up, and I'm, like, really happy. Like, we've had it happen before. Somebody asked me to do, like, a soul farming video based on a new team, and it kind of blew up. So I was really happy with that. Hiram Hawk with the 2. Thank you so much. So now we got 3 dudes out there working on the train. I'm sure they got it started up now. So Chad jumps into the driver's seat. He's the engineer. To battle. Glorfindel is the shite shoveler, because that's his position always. He's gassing up the train with the shovel and the coal. So Hiram Hawk, you are the conductor. You're telling all the people, like, hey everybody, you know, you better get on the train. Don't be stuck in the train station. You know what's going to happen. You're like, bring your tickets with you. I'll take them. Find your tickets. Don't get stuck in that train station by yourself. You're gonna get eaten alive. You can only fight back for so long. There's just too many. You guys are awesome and you do karate, but you can only fight off so many. What if there's like 5 of them coming at you? You can only do the splits and punch them in the nuts so many times. Let's do that to get rid of one of them, so I don't know why. That's probably a waste. Bang, bang, bang. So you can do the vault as a beginner. Like, don't let it discourage you that you don't have a perfect Rowan team, or you don't have Ironhawk, or you don't have any Nomapaloozas. Like, don't let that discourage you. It's still the best thing you can do in the entire game, even without those things. Coffins with the 2. Thank you so much. You're the big bicep bodyguard guarding the engine car. You're right outside the door, and you got tattoos on your face. You got a gigantic mustache. You're just a really... You're like the tank. Kicking butt, slamming zombies' faces into the side of the train. Let's see here. And we do this... I'm gonna... Like, we did a Mad Libs slash Choose Your Own Adventure train thing last month, or the month before last, I think. And it was the first one ever, so I'm going to try to do better this month and, like, put more thought into it. The last one I only put, like, an hour's worth of thought, maybe a half an hour. And somebody told me on Discord that they have them online where you can, like, look them up and do, like... So I might even look, like, get one from online to use and, like, put my own twist on it so it's not exactly just copy-pasty. Speaking of copy-pasty, man, we had a commenter. He just hated me. He's twisting my words, acting like I was doing stuff I wasn't doing, so I had to give him the boot. And I was being so nice to this guy. I don't get why people, even if they hate you, they come in hating you and you're nice to them, they just are determined to hate you, no matter what. It was the top 5 troop video. Right now we're using Rowan, who I said was number 1, just because she's used for so long, for so much. You gotta give it to her. She can be used the entire game. Mythics are way harder to get. Legendaries are way harder to get. It's the best epic in the game, Rowan. You get her for free very early in the game, and you can use her from the very beginning all the way to the very end. So that's my reasoning as to why. People mentioned Queen Beatrix. Are you really using Queen Beatrix right now for this? Like, she costs more mana. She don't have a she don't have a 50% start, does she? She might. But nobody uses Queen Beatrix for this. Like, it's either Ironhawk or Rowan, unless you're just being weird. And some people don't even like Queen Beatrix. I like her. I think she's a top 10, probably. Top 10 troop overall. And it was a very good, like, mention. And I was like, hey, great point. Queen Beatrix is a very good troop and should probably be in the top 10. Then they go to, like, another one of my videos and say, way to oppress people. Because I was saying, don't say more than 4 comments in a row on the live streams. And I was talking to one specific person, and we all know who it is. Trying to be nice to that person and include them by telling everybody not to do it. That way they don't feel singled out. Like, the whole intention was me being nice and being inclusionary, not to be mean to this person. If you all know I give this person way too much rope. Like, you guys probably are annoyed with how nice I am to the spammer. And the dude was like twisting it, saying I was being mean to that person and oppressing everyone else. Like, what are you talking about? Crazy people out there. I guess they're jealous of 5 or 6 years of work and over thousands of videos, and like, there's nothing to really be jealous about if you even knew. If you could see what I get for doing this, you would not be jealous. Like, just chill out. If you want to have a channel, go work on it for 5 years. Go make thousands of videos. Quit being jealous of me. His name was like Micro PP James or something like that, I think. Micro PP James. Let's see here. How do you get different tiers? Yeah. How's it going, Caustic Life? Coffin's the big bicep bodyguard. Glorfindel says, I've used her with half start King Averlorn and Doomsayer class. Sometimes the purple gem explosion gets her up before you can do anything. Wow, that sounds cool. I'll definitely check it out. Coffin says, I have 4 kingdom left to open and 8 level. Nice. You're doing well then. Because I'm not even there on this account yet. That's a good job. Just 4 left. Get those 4 done, then start working on your underworld. Do that City of Thieves on level 20 3 times a day, every day, and you'll get there eventually. Then you'll start getting Queen Beatrix, King Gobtruffle, Gargoyle, the Mirage Queen, all that good stuff. Hiram Hawk says, it's the internet. You're right. Just like how irrational they are and how determined they were to make me look like the bad guy. Caustic Life says, I just watched that video, going to start saving for Ironhawk, just finally got Dawnbringer. Nice work. Congratulations. Dawnbringer's a major accomplishment. But whenever I say that, I gotta say, you know, it's not as good as it used to be. But it's still like something you feel good about getting done. And it's used, still. Early in events, like class events. Some world events, it's one of the best weapons because of spell damage, and you're hitting all enemies with it. You get a nice barrier to help yourself out. Apple Shaft says, I use your team from your Mythstone vid. Firebomb ×2 Sunbird Black Manacles. It works fantastic. I went from level 150 to 650 in 2 months or so and finally cleared all my top. Wow, you must have watched a really old video. Yeah, that's the team that used to be like meta before Rowan. It's probably still usable. Like if you did that good with it, whatever's working, keep doing it. I won't talk you out of it. Yeah, back in the day, that was the team. Probably still works too. It's just like this one's a little bit better now. Well, a lot better, really, but that one still works. The Sunbird Firebomb thing. Or anybody remember when that was like the best quick clear in the entire game? I've been around that long. I've been around so long that the meta was Sunbird with firebombs when I was playing. Green, Rowan. I want to see if I have any Nomapaloozas. I want to see like if I even have any vault keys. Let's go check that out. All right, do I have any Nomapaloozas right now? I've only got one. I want to see how many of these I have. I guess it won't tell me. I have to go to my inventory. Let's just go to the inventory. Alright, so I have 17 vault keys. And that was like before we started, pretty much. I already had those. And I need to see how many verses I have. If any. Alright, I need red and brown here. Red and brown. Go to the doctor. If it's red and brown, go to the doctor. Let's get back in here. Keep it moving. Grind in the vault. Is that what y'all are doing too? Funky Town, Texas is here. Apple Shaft says so. Is there a good grind team for delving? It's Rowan, the Rowan team. You go to City of Thieves, or you can go to the Warrens and use your gold farming team. It's up to you. Depends, like, do you need gold more than anything in the world? Then you could do the Warrens with your gold farming team. So you got Cedric, Egg Thief, Skeleton Key, Greed. You can do that one in the Warrens, or you can do the Rowan team in City of Thieves, which it depends what point of the game you're at, which Rowan team you do. Like, I'd probably take Golden Cog, Clockwork Sphinx, Rowan, and Leprechaun. But if you have the Mirage Queen or you have King Aberon, like I explained this in the Rowan video on Thursday, if you want to check that out. I go over like all the Rowan teams on that video. But you want to use some form of the Rowan team in City of Thieves because the coloration, the restriction that they give you is perfect for Rowan team. And then the restriction in the Warrens is perfect for the Skeleton Key team. So I recommend one of those two. So either City of Thieves or the Warrens. And then you just do it on level 20 every day, 3 times a day. And you'd never go higher level than that. You just keep doing 20, 20, 20, 20. You up your horde level, you up your quality. You keep leveling up your quality first, get it to 10 so you get more rewards from each time you do it. Then you kind of up your horde level so it's easier. You're definitely clearing in one shot, you know. And then after a while, after you have City of Thieves and you're doing it 3 times a day and blah, 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 and you got it to quality 10 and you got it to like horde level 100 or 111 or something, then you start looking around at other factions and start using those Chaos Shards to get King Gobtruffle and Amnithrax, or Queen Beatrix and where's she from? Deep Hive, or the Miraji Queen from Sunken Fleet, or Gargoyles from Hall of Guardians. You start using those shards that you're grinding and getting to get those other awesome troops. Funky Town, Texas with the 2, baby. Appreciate it. We got a real train going on today. It's bang, 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 you know. Doesn't always have to be like $1 million, and it's just nice. Bang, 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 bang. Train. Train cars going by. Funky Town, what are you? Funky Town. So we have the bodyguard, we have the engineer, we have the conductor. Which the conductor's taking some tickets. People are starting to run on the train. Like, we're getting ready to leave. Like, last call, you know. Here, we're leaving. Don't be a dummy left in the train station. Come on, get on the train. You know what's going to happen. Funky Town's like, yep, I'm getting on. He's like, yep, here I come. Maybe like the bandit kicker on the back. I forget. I think I'm missing a position in there somewhere. But we usually have like a cook slash waiter type of dude, but he knows like Steven Seagal karate. Maybe you're that one. You're kind of helping the bodyguard walk in, patrolling the first passenger car, the one that leads to the engine car where the bodyguard's standing at the door. You're like patrolling the first car. You got like a chef hat on. You're like Steven Seagal. You got a stripper with you that pops out of a cake. She's just in the cake, you know. She took like something because she was nervous, so she like fell asleep, and then like all these zombies come attack the train. She's just sleeping in the cake. She's about to pop out and say surprise. Then eventually you will, you know, in the delves, you're gonna do that for a long, long, long time. So usually I just say do that and tell me when you're done getting like every single faction open. You're gonna end up, so I'll go over it again. So you take Rowan or you take Skeleton Key to the Warrens or City of Thieves. You leave it on 20. You do that 3 times a day on level 20, never go higher. You then level up your quality and your horde level on that kingdom that you're grinding in. Then when you're done with that, you take your shards, grinding every day, every day, every day. You take it to like Sunken Fleet and get the Miraji Queen. Add it to your Rowan team. Now your Rowan team's better. You go get King Gobtruffle. You go get Queen Beatrix. You go get the Gargoyles. Once you're done getting those specific troops, you start, you know, you have to open those kingdoms and stuff. You open all of them. You pay the gold to like open all the factions. You start leveling up their quality and their horde level, like since you already got the City of Thieves where you want it. And it's quite a while to do all that. Eventually, when you're higher level, you start picking at other factions, leveling them up, picking at them, picking at them. Usually I just wait for an event, though, these days. Back in the day, I would pick at them each day. But these days, I just wait for a weekend event to come through, and I get it to a 500. Mini boss. I need some verses. I need some gnomes to show up here. Come on. No gnomes. Got a blue extra turn. We got Leprechaun. Probably do Leprechaun again. We got Rowan. We cast it. Bang. We win. Did we get anything good? I like want to look each time. I probably shouldn't. It's one thing with the vault. You don't want to stop for anything, really. You just want to keep going and going. What'd Chad say? Got all them trains going? Funky's here. Yeah, I got a whole playlist on the delves, like the delve guide. It's one of the best things I've ever done, like as far as like popularity and views and stuff, but the only problem with it is I did it so long ago, and I keep adding to it. These days I've been adding, like, whenever I do a Tuesday faction video, I'll add that to the end of the delve guide, so you have more teams if you want them. Sometimes I'll do like the meta teams, sometimes I'll do off meta, just in case I've already done that faction before. Let's do red. Doesn't really matter. Does anybody have 1,000,000 keys? Is anybody excited about next week's holiday event? Is this one we need? What is he? We need brown and red. I forget what he is. He's not red. What is he, like, yellow? Is there even yellow? Hopefully he's brown. Caustic Life with the 2? Okay, now you're the bandit kicker, so eventually these hillbillies ride up in their pick-em-up truck behind the train on the tracks, and they're trying to, you know, they got their shotguns, they got their foot hanging out the window with no sock on, and there's a bunch of them, like, yelling in the back of the truck, and they're trying to catch up to the train and get us. So you're, like, on the back of the train, and you're just kicking them. You're the bandit kicker. Just in case. They don't come till a little bit later, but it's nice to have you there to guard Glorfindel while he shovels the shite. Yeah, I need Baz. Awesome. So now I just need Cindy. Isn't that weird? Like, we always need Cindy, everybody. Everybody at some point in time needed Cindy as their lowest one. I feel like. A lot of people, at least. Maybe not everybody. It happens with me all the time. It's always Cindy. She's always doing her hair. You know, you're about to leave. About to go out to dinner. She's in the bathroom, and you just hear her say, "I hate my hair." You're like, oh my gosh. That's the worst thing to hear when you're about to leave to go out. Go to the restaurant. I hate my hair. She's in there, like, looking at her hair in the mirror. That's where she is. That's why she's never here. And they're doing her makeup or something. Yelling at her hair, getting mad at her own hair. Sticking up a little bit in the back or something. Spraying a bunch of hairspray on it. Hey, what's up, Christian? You gonna be a good boy today? Huh? Huh? You got me in trouble the other day, man. Be a good boy? I'm gonna be quick on the trigger today. Make sure you're good. I don't want to have to deal with all that. People talking about it. Alright. Lord Augustin says, done all delves. Okay. I won't read that. Retracted. Christian's here. That's your name, right, buddy? I don't think he's ever told us. I just know. Clip Bomb, yeah. Clip Bomb's here. Alright, let's keep it moving. So yeah, the next week we got that holiday event. It starts on Monday. And it's probably like a collectathon type of deal if I had to guess. That's what I got from the patch notes anyway. So we'll be collecting like lost souls or something. And then you use those to grab like copies of the pet, or you save up a bunch to get the legendary maybe. I don't know. There's a power orb in there somewhere. Oh, really, man? You should go to the doctor about that, you know? Back to the grind. Alright, get it. Get the grind. Somebody was asking in the Discord if they should use Nomapaloozas outside of the Vault event, and I would say no. There was a point in time before the Nomapaloozas actually came out that I was theorizing that that would be a good idea to maybe use Nomapaloozas when it's not a Vault event, but turns out that's not a good idea. You always want to use them during the Vault event. Never want to use them outside the Vault event. Because you're not going to get more... Like, you get more gnomes during a Vault event than you do outside of a Vault event. And you'll just, like, try it one time. If you want to waste a Nomapalooza, try it outside of a Vault event, and you'll see a gigantic difference between during a Vault event and not during a Vault event. And they don't have, like, a lot of verse gnomes in a Nomapalooza either, so it's not going to... Can't really replenish it like that either. That's what was my thought, like... Instead of using Nomapaloozas during a Vault event, my thought was, let's keep grinding the Vault and getting more verses and more keys, and then outside, we can make our own, like, Vault event when it's not a vault event with the Nomapalooza. But that's not the way it works, unfortunately. You get like less rewards, less. You just get less rewards, less vault keys, and it's not worth it. Glorfindel says, so what will I get for my 5,000 extra magical essences now? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of stuff like that in the game. I've seen people say that before. Like, why does it keep dropping after you already got, like, you already got enough to, like, complete it? Why does it keep dropping? Well, the same thing happens with, like, class experience, right? After you get a class to 100, you still get class experience. It's just the way the game works. Once this event's over, it'll stop dropping. So I guess tomorrow. Once it's tomorrow, we'll stop seeing those. Which reminds me, I need to finish Legends Reborn on my main account. I put it off way too long. I accidentally forgot to do it like Thursday. I got most of it done. I think I got to do like 2 of them. It's not crazy. Caustic Life says, I keep coming back to your videos. Your teams have really good symbiosis and work well for me. Yeah, I'm pretty much a meta type of... I do have a couple where, you know, like my Flaming Oni and Sycorax teams are kind of my own thing that I made up, but a lot of the teams I do are just like the overall best, just in the whole community type of deal. My Flaming Oni and my Sycorax teams are probably... There's the Skull Waterfall team. I didn't make that up, though, but it's not like meta. It's just fun. So I have a few of them that aren't exactly... I've gotten way better at making teams in the last year or so. I used to be just really mid at making my own teams, but I'm pretty good now. Like, you just get better at it. You just synergy, like you said. You just gotta make them have synergy. You almost always like pick one troop that you're gonna build the team around, and then you try to like, okay, now I need a mana generator to get that thing up, and then what does this troop do? Does it get boosted by anything? Do I need to add something else to the team to boost it? I need a tank probably. What weapon am I gonna use? Like, what class would go best here? I think everybody gets better at making teams the longer they play. Neophyte is here. Lord Augustin says, I'm so tired with grind doing paloozas and no more. Glorf says it's just a chore. A lot of stuff in this game is just a chore. Campaign, for example. I can't stand the campaign. I've been putting it off till like Tuesday, Wednesday recently. I'm not a big fan, because I don't buy the pass. If I bought the pass, I'd probably be a little bit more gung-ho about it. But I don't. I should have took that extra turn. It's okay, though. What else was I going to say? I had something. Oh, the community tab polls I did recently. So I put up a poll on the community tab of the YouTube. And I was just like, how do you feel about Gems of War right now? And I put good, meh, bad, and I quit or am taking a break. And it was, you know, we had like almost 200 people vote. And I think the winner was meh. But it was like more, there was more good than I thought there would be. Because I've been feeling like a weird feeling with the community, with the game recently. Like people are kind of, I don't know, burnt out maybe. They're not exactly like participating actively in all the stuff. Just a feeling I've been getting. And it's about right. Like the bad and the people that are quit or taking a break was about 20%. And that feels like pretty much exactly what I've been feeling. Like 20% less excitement and participation. That feels about right. I think the poll is accurate. It's about 20% of y'all out there that used to be very active and participate that are not doing that anymore. And I was just seeing is it actually something? It was like a feeling I had, so I wanted to see if it was actual. I picked meh, or I would have picked meh. I can't vote on my own. But I've been playing this for 5-6 years. I've done 3 accounts now. Like, I'm not a typical example of a person that plays this game. Some people started a year or two ago. They play it for an hour a day. It's still really fun. But I get those private messages like, "Hey, man, I'm taking a break soon, but I'll keep watching." And then they disappear forever. And okay, I hope so. Or people that said, "I'm not playing anymore. Peace out." I've had that. That's why it's nice to see new people all the time, like Caustic Life. Neophyte's kind of new. He's been around for a few months now, though. Got Apple Shaft here. It's nice to see new people, because Coffins. It's nice to see y'all, because not everybody hangs around forever. So you always need some new blood. Need new blood coming in, because the old blood gives up. Then we have people that have been around forever, like Mr. Clip Bomb. How long have you been a member, Chad? I wonder. Did you do that up there? You probably already did it this month, huh? Hiram Hawk's been a member for 14 freaking months. That's a while. 10 months, Glorfindel. We have some people where it's like almost 3 years or something. It's crazy. We had somebody sniffing the 3-year mark, but then they dropped out. It was going to be the first person ever to 3 years, but they failed. They couldn't do it. They said they would, but they couldn't. I hate when that happens, You say you're going to do something, and then you don't do it. Ugh, this makes me feel like crap. Neophyte. It's just a chore. Neophyte says, "I'm always everywhere unless I'm sleeping." Yeah. Funky Town says, "My biggest issues are those who keep acting like Guild Wars are so great. Seriously, let's be honest, the rewards are nowhere near worth the grind." I feel you on that, man. Like, it was fun back in it was more fun for me when I was the big fish in a small pond and like getting Paragon every freaking time. Then I moved to a good guild and I was getting Paragon there too. And then I moved to my final guild and I got Paragon again. Like, right there, I was having like the most fun. I guess, I don't know, I cared the most. I was doing great. And then just recently, I've kind of, a little bit of both. Like, my teams and my will to try really, really hard. Kind of both, like, slackened a little. So now it's, like, showing in my scores. Instead of getting, like, 54, 55, I've been getting, like, 51, 52. Okay. I'll have a bad day here and there. Guild Wars is just like everything else. You kind of like hate it, then you like it, and then you hate it again. I'm glad it's not next week. That'd be them, though. They would make it next week during a holiday event, a world event. They'd put like 50 things in one week. They need to do better at that. Like balancing out like how many things. 'Cause some weeks it's so boring, like there's nothing going on. And then some weeks it's packed with like 4 different events going on at the same time. You think they could figure out a way to spread that out and make it better? Like, okay, there's 4 events this week. There's only 1 next week. Let's not do 4. Let's take 1 of these events and move it to next week. Like, is it that hard? Let's see what y'all are saying. Neophyte says the game is okay sometimes, meh, because you do the exact same thing over and over and think that's what making people tired of it because it's a whole... Yeah, they don't like... Anytime they put in something new, it's always the same thing. It's never... It's like Taco Bell. You can only order so much at Taco Bell that's different. It's all meat and cheese and lettuce in a thing. And that's what this game is. Like, they can put whatever spin they want on it and make it all convoluted like World Event. You're gonna get boogers and fans. You get boogers and fans. Boogers are worth 2, fans are worth 10, and you got to use this restriction. Like, that doesn't make it more exciting or fun. It's just like making it convoluted. Everything's kind of the same. You know, Tower of Doom is like one that I could say is a little bit, it's like a backwards delve kind of. It's not really. One thing's always like something else. They never come up with something that's brand new and different. Like they did Journey, but Journey's just like the same as everything else. Tower of Doom's just the same as something else. Delves was probably the one thing they added that was, because when it came out there wasn't other things that were like that kinda. To where if you lose a troop, it's gone. You start it out, you play. If you lose a troop, it's gone now, and you can't, you know. I think that was their best. I think Delves most creative new event. Because otherwise, it's the same old crap, or it's a collectathon thing. Lord says, even top guild, we have runners. Neo says, I grind around 4 to 5 hours a day. Depends on my schedule, though. Now I'm aiming for Dawnbringer, which is going to be a while. Yeah, right now's the time to get it. Get those souls. If you have Ironhawk, if you have Rowan, run those Nomapaloozas. Get those vault keys. Just the fact that you're grinding so hard will give you souls. Vault keys have souls in them. The Nomapaloozas, you get more souls. So Vault Event's the best time if you want to get more souls. Grinding, getting souls. There's no longer like a best soul farming team that you would use outside. It's the Vault Event. It's Ironhawk or Rowan. That's the best soul farming team. Used to be like, oh, Sacrificial Priest or whatever, Phylactery, and it's not that anymore. It's ever since Ironhawks and Nomapaloozas and all that, it's the Vault Event. That's why I haven't made like a soul farming video in a while. The answer is the Vault Event. Whenever you're asking about farming, farming equals Vault Event. There's no like special team you need to do in a special place. All you have to do is the Vault Event. Because either you're running Nomapaloozas and getting a bunch of extra everythings, or you're getting a bunch of keys, taking those, opening them up, and getting a bunch of whatever, gold, souls, even orbs that can, if you get the right orb, you can do what you were going to do with souls or gold anyway. Chad says, yeah, next year will make it 3 years for me. It's a long time. Allie's here. How's it going, Allie? Caustic Life says, how do you see that? Well, if you're a member, you can, there's like once a month you can do a special thing where it shows how long you've been a member, so. Like Allie could probably do it right now. Neophyte says, I'm hoping to reach Dawnbringer before Christmas, max, New Year. That's a lot of souls just for that weapon, too. Yeah, it's like over 1 million. It's like 1 million. It's almost like, I think it's 1.5 million or so. If you add up like everything that you need to get. That's mostly what it costs, though, is souls. Guess I gotta do Mountain Crusher. And then watch out for those, you know how Duskbringer takes certain weapons? I think there's one next week. I think Bear Razor mentioned it in the comments. Like, if you're looking for Duskbringer, like you already have Dawnbringer, and you're going for Duskbringer, make sure you keep an eye out for those weapons that the ingredients to the Duskbringer. It's not, you know, Duskbringer's not as good as Dawnbringer. It's not, you don't barely ever use it, but if you're trying to make it just to get it, it's one of the best. It's sometimes, very rarely, it'll be the best thing in a like a world event or something. It's pretty strong. It's just not as good. as Dawnbringer. But there's like the Ankh of Nefertani and stuff like that you gotta look out for in the Soul Forge if you're trying to, because they won't come around for a very long time again. And I think we got one next week. Is it like Karakoth next week? I always forget after I do the spoiler video. It kind of screws me up that I do, I also do Nintendo Switch. And I do that last, so it's the freshest thing on my mind. Like, they got Broken Spire, they got Infernus, they got Ogress. Like, I remember that, but I forgot PC Mobile because I do Switch last, and it's the last thing I say. So it's like easier for me to remember Switch's spoilers. We got the legendary coming, Carmina. She sounds pretty good. She makes a bunch of skulls on the board, kind of like Baldur. We got a new like smith, like an undead smith dude. He also does some sort of skulls on the board. Then we got that mythic, the construct one that's I think in the campaign. Like should be available to you if you did the campaign pass. So those all three sound good. Like this is the first week in a while where all the new troops sound pretty good. And it's a skull metal week too. So if they're the right restriction, you potentially can use the new legendary, the glory shop troop, the mythic and stuff. Chad says this game is more like a job to me, but that's okay. I like doing what I'm doing. Yeah, the best way to go about it, in my opinion, is to play around 45 minutes to an hour each day. And, like, know what you're going to do going into it. Don't just fire up the game and you don't know what you're going to do. Like, I'm going to play 45 minutes before I go to work each day, and I'm going to do my adventure board, my dungeon, like a guild, some guild stuff, and then, like, this other thing that I'm grinding towards. Or whatever event's going on that day, or... Like, know what you're going to do before you even fire up the game. And play about 45 minutes to an hour each day. Of course, when you start the game, you're going to play longer than that. But I'm talking about later, after you've been playing for a while. That's about how much time you need each day to, like, keep progressing in a good 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of way. About 45 minutes to an hour each day. You can take breaks, too, like sometimes. You don't have to play every single day, you know? There's a couple days here and there where, you know, sometimes Monday is the best day to take a break. Sometimes it's Sunday. Sometimes it's Thursday. There's a crappy class. You already got your world event done. There's not Guild Wars going on. Like, you could take a Thursday off here and there. Sunday, you could have everything else, everything already done, and, like, you're just going to do your dungeon, and that's it. And then Monday, like, there's no Guild Wars Monday. You could catch up the rest of the week. You don't have to. There's, like, nothing you have to do on Monday ever, really. You could probably take off every Monday, but most people like to see the new stuff. They want to get started on the new event. They want to look at the Soul Forge, so most people don't take Monday off there. Allie says it would be cool if you could meld cards, troops to make something new. Ooh, that's a great idea. We need some good ideas like that. I swear their little board meetings are just, what can we do to make more money? How can we disguise this in a way to where somehow somehow. Hiram Hawk says this is the best gym matching game out there. I would have to agree, but I haven't played very many, so I can't compare it to anything. I'm not even a really big fan of Match 3 games. I happened upon it. The PS4. I've told the origin story before. Bought a PS4 for Bloodborne. Then I was like, okay, what else can I play on here that's free? Gems of War was there. Fired it up. It was more 50% RPG, 50% like Match 3, and that really, sold me. If it was only matching gems and nothing else, I probably wouldn't be still playing it. But since it's like half RPG, it got me. 'Cause I like RPGs. You know, we have stats, we have spells, we have mana. This is not just a match 3 game. We have a typing. We're from a kingdom. Anybody out there that's watching that's never played this game before, it's not just Candy Crush or something. Like, you have mana. You have a typing. You're a Fey Elemental from a kingdom. You have, like, traits. You have a spell. You're fighting against another team. This isn't just like, ooh, let's match gems and that's it. Let's match gems and that's it, guys. I feel like people look at it and think it's just that. They don't even give it a chance. Bet you more people than not would like it if they just gave it a chance. Ooh, who we got here? Hoagie Baloney? He's not the one I need. I hate my hair, Cindy. Where you at, Cindy? She don't like the way her butt looks in her dress. How does my butt look? Does it look big and juicy? Neophyte says, well, I understand how people feel about a game like this. I really do. I've been there. I'm still there. It's a rough patience game, really hard, but it gets fun once you reach those higher levels. Yeah, patience is very, very important, and some people just don't have it. It's crazy. Just saving up 4,000 diamonds makes them have pain. They see like a mediocre legendary, and they just gotta get it. They got 1,000 diamonds. They can't even wait. There's a mediocre legendary. They just gotta craft it. There's some random weapon they saw some random place, and they just gotta craft it. They can't wait. That's why in the top 5 troop video, I was like, just gotta save up 4,000 diamonds. You gotta write a troop's name on it and put it to the side and act like you don't have it. This is Ironhawk's diamonds. These no longer exist until Ironhawk pops up in the Soul Forge. I got 4,000 diamonds. They're called Ironhawk now, and I'm going to throw them somewhere far away from me that I can't see them anymore, because I'm not going to get tempted by anything else. He will be here eventually. It's guaranteed. It's not some weird RNG to where he'll never appear. He has to. That's how the game works. He will appear. All it takes is patience. Now you'll have one of the best troops in the game. Even this new account here, I could get the best troop in the game. I could. All I need is 4,000 diamonds. And then all of a sudden, this very low-level new account has the best troop in the game. You know, the best Mythic or whatever. I could get Ironhawk, I could get High King Irongut, I could get the Wild Queen, anything. It's not some random thing that's never going to happen. It does, it has to. It's a cycle, it's a pool. Neophyte says, next week we have the Slayer, which is Draxum. Hope I got it right. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Draxum. Draxum and Switch has Broken Spire, I think. So Draxum is Glaceon, King Bloodhammer. It's Stone Slicer. So make sure you grab Stone Slicer. If you don't grab anything else, it's only 300 diamonds, Stone Slicer. Slayer class is good if you got Zul'Goth, or if you just want to prepare for getting Zul'Goth. It's that Fireblade thing you saw me do. Did you see that on the top 5 troop video? Zul'Goth was showing his butt, man. He killed 4 troops in like a millisecond in one turn. It was awesome. Of course, it was Fireblade that did a Slayer on level 100 that helped out there, but that's why I don't use Centurigon. Just go watch that video. Go watch that Zul'Goth fight. That's why I don't use Centurigon, because that's so satisfying to watch them just turn to dust with Fireblade skull hits. It's just satisfying. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying it's got the world record, so it's technically better, but it's really satisfying too when you hit it like that. Cast your Zul'Goth, hit instant kill something, and then crack, crack, crack. They're all dead from skull hits with Fireblade. It's one of the most satisfying things in the entire game, because you're playing like a difficulty 12. You're playing something really hard too. It's not just Rowan on difficulty 1. It's something really hard, and it's Zul'Goth, crack, crack, crack. You win. It's very satisfying. Slayer is worth maxing out. Definitely. I'm at 85. Going to try get that one as well. Yep. Especially for Zul'Goth. It's a weird class. It's only useful for one team, really. So, if you don't have Zul'Goth, you probably shouldn't pay it too much attention, because Sun Spear's better on every other team. But for Slayer, for the Zul'Goth Fireblade thing, Slayer's the best. It's definitely worth doing eventually. I would call it the second best Fireblade team. Fireblade class. Sunspear's the best. Alright, we're just going to keep moving here. I need to see Cindy. Fallen Valdies, yeah. She sucks. Fallen Valdies. Lord Augustin says, I have all the souls for Duskbringer, but weapons is... Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, just waiting for those weapons to come around in the Soul Forge. But they will. They will. It's getting harder and harder, you know. The cycle goes on a 35-week... It's a 35-week cycle, right? So it's going to take you... And it's not guaranteed to be on, like, the 36th week. You know what I'm saying? So there's 35 weeks. There's a different kingdom each week. So there's different weapons from those kingdoms in the Soul Forge each week. When that 35 weeks is over, it starts over. But that doesn't mean, like, whatever one you're looking for is going to show up first. So it could take 70 weeks. Because what if, let's say you're looking for Stone Slicer from Drak'Zum. So it's going through the cycle, Drak'Zum pops up number 35, so it's the last one in the cycle. So, and you don't get it for some reason, because you don't have enough diamonds, or you forget, or something like that. It could be a whole another 35 weeks before it's Drak'Zum again, even though it's random, and it's probably not going to be exactly where it was the last cycle. Possibly, though, it could take you 70 weeks. So if you miss a weapon this week, it could be 70 weeks from now before it ever pops up again. That's a long time, right? That's like over a year. It's like a year and a half. So that's why when you see stuff, you need to grab it, like Stone Slicer. Like, grab it now. And is it OP? No. But it's useful for gargoyles, for cunning. It's useful for constructs. So make sure you grab it now. It's only 300 diamonds, because it could be 70 weeks before you see it again, the way it works. You will see it again, but when? It has to be less than 70 weeks at least. It can't be more than that, but it could be like 70 entire weeks. Like if you've been looking for it, you forgot to get it, and then it was last again or whatever. You know, like worst case scenario. Most likely it's not going to happen like that, but... Neophyte says, the absolute first things I do on Mondays are Soul Forge, peeking out for something neat. Mostly I don't get what I'm looking for, so I just keep going to events, doing couple quests, finish in the evening. That's why I do my weekly preview like I do it. I feel like that's what everybody does, especially if you still need something in the Soul Forge. The first thing you do every Monday, you go look at the Soul Forge, right? I think most people do that. If you still need something, unless you have everything in the game. If you have everything in the game, you probably stop doing that. But if you still need like 5 mythics, 10 mythics, you still need like some top 10s, you're looking for a specific weapon or legendary or something, I guarantee the first thing you do on Monday is you go look at the Soul Forge. That's why I do my weekly preview. I say, let's jump straight to the Soul Forge, because I know what y'all are. I know what y'all want. I know what you're looking for here. At the butt crack of dawn on a Monday, you want that Soul Forge action. You don't want to hear about the Glory Shop troop or the... You don't want to hear about none of that. Chad, I'll be right back. Neophyte says, I think I would put Zul'Goth as top 1 troop on this game because of the traits and his ability with the kills. He don't really have any good traits, but he is one of the best. It's just he's so hard to get that I, took that into account. So, you know how top 5 lists go. You could put them in a vacuum and not put that into your consideration. Like, take away all the... Okay, so who cares how hard it is to get? Who cares how easy it is to get? Who cares how long you use it? Who cares, like, can you use it in a lot of places or not? Like, who cares? Like, just looking at their spell and just looking at the without considering anything else. Yeah, you might be right. But if you put all that other stuff in there, like how hard it is to get, where you can use it, how long you're able to use it from beginning to end of the game, like if you add in all these other considerations, then I think it's not number one. But it's one of the best mythics in the game, that's for sure. I use it quite a bit. That's what I was thinking about when I was making my top 5. I was considering more things than just like their spell and how powerful their spell is. And then you have people come into the comments, and that's all they're thinking about is, okay, well, Zul'Goth is way better than Leprechaun. He had to, yeah. It's like, but you gotta consider all these other things, like. Lord Augustin says 36 weeks. We have 36 kingdoms now. Ah, you're right, you're right. So everything I was just saying, make that 36 and 72, not. It was so much easier when it's 35. You're right, we have 36 kingdoms. So it's even longer. So it just makes my point even better. Isn't it funny when you're a little bit wrong, but it makes your point even better? It feels good. Neophyte says, I think the absolute best thing people can do is start with collection, like the basics that you really need at the beginning, especially for events. The only thing I could try to do now... Right, like, that's why I do my new account playthroughs the way I do them. Like, I'm not sitting here, like, trying for Zul'Goth right now. Like, I know I'm not going to get it. I'm not, like, crafting the first random mythic that pops up. I'm not throwing event keys at, like, B-tier kingdoms. I'm waiting. Like, I know what I'm looking for right now, and that's what I'm doing. Some people are new, they don't know what they're looking for, so... But hey, that's why I make the videos. Like, I knew I was going to be going for the Rowan team and working on the Rowan team. Like, that's what I'm doing. Instead of like, oh, let's go on a side path to try to make a Wild Queen team. Just because I have Wild Queen doesn't... Just because you get a Mythic doesn't mean you have to use it and force it into everything, and... It's up to you. I mean, it's definitely fun to mess around with a new Mythic that you get, especially if it's good. But they... Even high-level players don't use, like, the Wild Queen for everything, right? She's more of like a Guild Wars type of troop, a PvP. Every once in a while, like in a world event with a skull restriction. Like, just because this new account got the Wild Queen doesn't mean I'm going to force it into everything and do difficulty 1 Explorer with it. I'm not going to do, like, Adventure Board with it. Like, gotta not do that. Don't get too excited if you get lucky. And just try to make a team based around something. You're going to make everything harder and take longer. It's because something troop art looks awesome, you just want to put it in a team. And then you're like, those are the people that complain, though. That's the only problem. So if you're going to make a death team because death looks awesome, then you're not allowed to be the person that complains about not having resources or not being able to do the world quest or anything. You're not allowed to complain then because you're doing something for fun. You're using a death team because it looks cool. So you can't complain then because, you know, you're doing your own thing and that's going to cost you a little bit. Those are the same people that come to the comments and like, World Quest is super hard and this game takes forever and I can't win anything. I don't know what to do. How do I get this and that? And it's because you probably built a weird team just because you got a cool looking troop and now you're trying to use that in every single team and now you're losing in PvP and you can't get done anything fast because you're trying to like build up your random Mythic's mana and it takes forever and now every single battle's taking 10 minutes instead of 1 minute. Like, you're just making it worse on yourself. But how are you supposed to know that Rowan is awesome unless somebody tells you? How do you know to use goblins before Rowan or worms or something? You just gotta find a troop that works and then go all in on it. It's not the funnest thing in the world to like use the same troop for every single battle, but if you want to get further, if you want cool stuff, If you want to be in a good guild, you kind of have to. It's like on in an RPG or an MMO or something, you have a weapon, you have your best weapon, and you use your best weapon. You don't like, oh, this weapon looks cool, let me go try this, then you die. You're like, why did I just die? Oh, I wasn't using my best weapon. Right? You got your best armor. Maybe it doesn't look the coolest, but it's got the most AC, it's got the most HP, it's got like regen on it, but it's like a plain looking, just like black breastplate. You got this other like rainbow shiny diamond breastplate, but it doesn't have any good stats. You wear that, you go into battle, you die, you're like, why did I die? Well, you weren't using your best breastplate. You weren't using your best weapon. Your best weapon, your best armor is Rowan, you know? Is goblins, is worms. If you want to go off and use some random rainbow sparkly weapon or breastplate, then that's why. That's the reason. It's the reason you're not winning. That's the reason you're having trouble. That's the reason it's slow. You got to use your best weapons. When you're playing an RPG, you're using that one sword like the whole time. Anytime you come up against a boss, you got to break out your best sword. Anytime you're anything where you can maybe die or you're trying to get stuff done quickly, you got to bring your best weapons. So there's definitely a time and place for having fun and like experimenting and using new troops and stuff, but wait till you're like done with your stuff for the day that you need to do first, and then mess around. Then play with that new mythic. Then try that new team. Don't force it into your daily grind stuff, your cardio. Don't force like a random mythic into your cardio or your events or anything. Like take that crap to like PvP or something when you're done with everything else. Let's see. But you're right, Neophyte. Yep. Ali says, I am the newbie you are doing these for. Yeah. Yeah, see, we're on level 225. We're doing the vault. Anybody can do the vault. Even if you don't have Rowan, you could do the vault. You could use black manacles. You could just use worms, really. I mean, it's going to take way longer, but Rowan's not hard to get, basically. Leprechaun, kind of hard. Like somebody said in the comments earlier, he's random. He's a little leprechaun guy that pops up. He'll pop up for you eventually. He'll jump out of a pot of gold and grant you a wish. But he's not going to just come out of there for anybody. But Rowan, everybody gets. Like, it's not... That's why I made it the best troop in the game. Everybody has it, no matter what. You have to do Forest of Thorns questline. You have to get Rowan. So you definitely have it. And then some of the weapons that she's used with, you pretty much get no matter what. You have to get. Golden Cog, you're going to get eventually. Red and yellow mastery. If you ever equip Sentinel and get Shield of Urskaya, you'll have that too. You're going to have a Mountain Crusher. Clockwork Sphinx is like very low rarity and easy to get. The only guy that is slightly annoying very early in the game is Leprechaun, and I have 2 of them at level 225, so he's not super hard to get. I don't spend any money. I'm not in some privileged position with some friend in a guild or something. Like I'm in a random guild. I'm not spending any money. The only thing I have is my wisdom and, you know, from playing the game. And I have 2 leprechauns at 225. So it's definitely doable. You will get them eventually. Yeah, a lot of the time mythics are not worth using. Like, you got Gob Truffle, you got Queen Beatrix, you know, you got Rowan, you got Gargoyles, you got Guardians. You don't have to use mythics. I think that's a thing with some players. Like, they get a mythic and they think they have to... Every team has to have a mythic, you know? It doesn't, though. Some of the best teams have no mythic on them. Chalcedony's awesome. Gob Truffle. Queen Beatrix. There's Vanoxia. There's Glaceon King Bloodhammer. Divine Ishbala Keelan. You know, Yao Gui's like really awesome. He's a legendary. You don't need mythics. I should do a playthrough one time where I use 0 mythics. I'm pretty much doing that now, though. I haven't used any mythics yet. 0 mythics so far. I should just keep that up. I'm not going to use any mythics in this new account. Hey, there's Cindy! Oh, your hair looks fine, Cindy. What was your problem? Look at it. It's beautiful. Got your little makeup on. You got sideburns for some reason. She shaved the side of her head, but she left sideburns. Do women really do that? I don't think so. Like, if you're going to shave the side of your head, wouldn't you shave your sideburn too? Does that look shaved? I think that's shaved. For some reason, she still has sideburns. She's got some fangs there. Chains. What's that? It's like barbed wire? Just a chain. Got a micro. He's about to eat that microphone. Anyway, I just don't get the sideburns. What's up with the... Was that what you was looking at in the mirror? You should have shaved them off. Why you got sideburns, but you shaved the side of your head? I think you should shave those sideburns, too. Alright, let's do a Nomapalooza. Oh, yeah. Let me catch up in the chat first, because it's hard to do a Nomapalooza while you're doing a live stream, because then you can barely look at the chat. Let's go out here. Let's grab our tribute. We got in the mail. We only got 1 key so far. That's weak. Hey, we're about to get a bunch more, though. That's what Nomapaloozas will do for you. They're for your pity keys. That's why I tell you to save 2 or 3 for the next vault event, because, man, that'll get you off to a great start. Pity keys, you know, the first one you only need 5 gnomes. The second one you need 10. Third, 15. You know? So in a Nomapalooza where everything's a freaking gnome, you're going to get that first vault key in like 2 battles in like freaking 12, 15 seconds. And then all of a sudden you're building up a bunch of pity keys in your mail from doing 1 Nomapalooza, 2, 3. You can get a ton of pity keys. You can just jump start your vault event weekend. So make sure you save 2 or 3 for the next vault event so you can jump start your vault event, your pity keys, with Nomapaloozas. You don't want to come into a vault event like I did with 0 Nomapaloozas. That just is annoying. And then you have to start behind the 8 ball. You're looking for verses instead of running Nomapaloozas immediately and getting all your pity keys. So it's very hard to do. I know. It takes patience once again. But you gotta save 2 or 3 for the next one. On this account, though, this is my first one ever, so I'm definitely going to run it. And I'm not going to, you know. But on mid-level players, high-level players, make sure you save 2 or 3. Don't be running all of them. Oops, I just moved the game a little bit. I hope that didn't screw anything up. Oh, what'd y'all say here? Neophyte says, I only use a mythic absolutely only if it's an event stage, nothing else, because events is the only thing I'm interested in. PvP and the rest is just a simple thing. Even if it's difficult, it's not. Yeah, sometimes the best troop is not a mythic for a lot of events. Allie says, I do have one gripe. The Goblin King looks nothing like David Bowie. Hey, Trey, thank you, bro. You're the, probably... What would Trey be? He would probably be... I think we need the Marty McFly more than we need the rocket launcher, because, you know, the hillbillies are going to come up first, and then it's like the zombies from the side, and then it's like the helicopter. So you're the Marty McFly, Trey. You're on the side with the hoverboard, skateboard thing, and you're like clotheslining zombies that are trying to get at us. We're going kind of slow, so they're able to mob up on the side of the train. But we're going. We're going. Neophyte says goblins are probably the only troops I would aim with just because of the extra turns. It's just that good, except when you face people that has freeze or really good deck against your team. Yeah, my goblin thing is like for early game where you're really not facing off against players that are going to make specific teams to freeze you and stuff. It's just to get to Rowan. But then later on in the game, they're good again. It's like, you know, Gob Truffle and High King Iron Gut and stuff. Those are really good troops. And most of the time, yeah, you're going to use, like, you don't use goblins against players, basically. You use goblins against the AI. That's pretty much I didn't even think of that till now. Like, goblins are pretty much used against the AI, not against, you know, on defense against players, yeah, but for offensive purposes, you don't really use goblins against players. Because you know how it goes. They use freeze and elementalist and stuff like. So, I don't know. That is a thing, though. Goblins are mostly used against the AI, in my opinion. Doesn't sing like David Bowie either. Glorfintel says, that's funny, Allie. Didn't he have a song called The Laughing Gnome, too? Then Trey with the 4. Thank you so much. You're a legend. Neophyte says, Rowan is definitely a favorite of mine just because of her armor ability. It's just that strong with enough buffs on her side. One-shot everything simple and fast. That's what I like. Right? She has a good boost ratio. She has scatter damage, which is better than just hitting all enemies. It hits harder and harder as it distributes amongst fewer troops. Like it's better than Guard's Avatar, which is a freaking mythic. Like Rowan, right there, kind of, you know, people are kind of pooping on my top 5 and putting Rowan at 1. But you could say Rowan's better than Guard's Avatar, who's like a top 20 mythic. So that already puts her up there pretty high. She has a better boost ratio and scatter damage. And is way less mana cost. Trey says, can't hang out. Pathfinder season starting up. We'll catch up with stream later. No problem, man. Appreciate you, though. Ruhan Robinson says, hey, first time I got to catch you live. Hello from South Africa. Crazy, bro. Appreciate you joining us. Neophyte says, see everyone else next time. Stay safe, host man. Same goes for every other person in here. Cheers. South Africa, baby. Jim just had a perfect run. Congratulations. Great job, man. Dungeon. I had a good one the other day, too, I think. Like a perfect. All right, I'm going to run this Nomapalooza now that I'm caught up in the chat. We got Trey clotheslining zombies on the side of the train on his hoverboard. He's Marty McFly. All right, so let's make sure we're ready to go. We are ready to go. We're already doing the right kind of kingdom. We got our team ready. We're in difficulty 1. You want to make sure you're ready to go. I'm going to look at the clock here. We got 11:44, so at 12 o'clock, in case we run up against a cursed gnome in the final battle, or the final, like, 2 or 3 minutes. I still need cursed runes on this account. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even care about that. I need vault keys more than I need cursed runes. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about it. But yeah, at 12 o'clock is when our Nomapalooza will end, just for reference. Alright, now you got to get the heck out of here. Get to your place. Get moving. You don't want to waste a second of this, especially on a new account. Let's go. First Nomapalooza ever on this account. Come on, baby. Give me that Rowan. Here we go. Alright, keep it moving, keep it moving. Click, 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 click. I'm not even going to look at what I'm getting. That's another thing with Nomapaloozas. Don't be stopping and looking at your loot. Make sure you can look at it after the fact. If you want to, go check out your gems, whatever you're looking for. Check it out before you start the Nomapalooza, and then compare it after. Don't be stopping and looking at your loot. You want to run as many battles as you can, so you can kill as many gnomes as possible, so you have as many chances to get that those vault keys. Come on, Roman, let's go. All right. Come on, come on, come on. I'll get used to it. PS4 is different than a PC. I know exactly what to press on a PlayStation. Oh, no, you dummy! I had Rowan. I should have just casted it. Just clicking like a madman here. Go! Go! What's the other community tab thing I did? Discord. If anybody would miss the Discord channel. And that was very one-sided. A lot of people said they would not miss it. I just get myself in trouble on there, you know? I don't want to, like... The people that are on Discord are, like, the best people. like the hardcore choir members and centers and stuff, and all I do is complain on there, and I feel like that's not a good combo. Like, take the best people that support you the most, and then complain at them all the time. I need to just like quit posting on there. Just gonna put notifications. Do private messages. If anybody needs anything, just send me a private message. I'll still look at it and stuff. And you know how it goes. I'll probably still post stuff on there. I'll probably still complain. Just trying to do better. I think that's just a bad combination. Take your best people, your best supporters, and then complain at them all the time. Like, come on. It's not winning you anything. It's not helping anything at all. It's never like, oh, you're having a bad month, let me fix that for you. It's more like, oh, this guy's a complainer and a baby. I'm out of here. Doesn't help anything. That poll was kind of unfair, though, because most people are not on the Discord. We only have, like, 60 people or something, so I'm sure a lot of people voted that aren't even on there. So, of course, they don't care. So, I'm not going to take it down based off that poll. It's so weird about polls on YouTube. You just can never get, like, anything from it. Doesn't help. The one where I said, how do you feel about the game right now? I kind of think that one's more accurate, though. Because, like, 90% of the people on the channel play Gems of War. And there's no reason. There was no, like, favorite thing on there. It's just, how do you feel? It wasn't like, pick what class I play next in EverQuest, and then you just pick your favorite class. What game should I play next? You just pick your favorite game, but you don't watch it. You gotta do, like, certain polls. You can't do, what game should I play next? That just doesn't work. You'd think it would, but it just doesn't. Should I play Diablo? Should I play RuneScape? Should I play Minecraft? Or should I play Doom? Everybody picks Doom, then nobody watches it. Because Doom's their favorite game. I should make the question, which game would you watch me play? Forget about what is your favorite game. I always use the Final Fantasy VII Remake example. But I'm glad I played that, so, you know, worked out. And the first video got a lot of views. Eventually you become a result-based channel. You can only do it for fun for so long. Time, especially as you get older, you know. I'm sure none of us are teenagers anymore. You only got a certain amount of time. It goes faster the older you get. And, you know, time is money. You can't just play some random game if nobody's watching. The only exception for me is From Software, because it's my favorite. So I'm playing a game that's my favorite game. So I'll take exception for From Software games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, and just because those are my favorite. But like Final Fantasy VII Remake wasn't my favorite. But it was something I did play. Like, I played Final Fantasy VII. I got Knights of the Round. I beat the game back in the day. I used to have the strategy guide. I got a Red 13. Yuffie. Got, like, all the summons. Remember Titan? He, like, walks on the screen and picks up the earth and, like, flips it over or something. What's some other cool summons in that game? Does anybody remember? Final Fantasy VII? Ruhan Robinson, welcome to First Day Out. Appreciate it. We have this thing where, we're trying to stay the filthy 50. You just helped us stay there. We're always teetering on the edge between like 40-something members and 50-something members. There was one point in time where we were really flirting with the sexy 60. But more recently it's been the floppy 40 and the filthy 50. And you're helping us stay filthy, man. Appreciate that. I'll get you a shout out in one of the upcoming videos. Usually it's like a pre-recorded video, within the next week or so. I'll be shouting you out. Everybody needs to pray for Rohan. Rohan is now a center and one with the choir. And you're on the train too, by the way. You can be the rocket launcher on top of the train. You got this giant rocket launcher. You're waiting for the helicopters to zoom in, when the military comes. It's a zombie apocalypse. And they're just going to eliminate the threat. And they're going to take us out too, because that's how it goes. So you got to be up there. We don't really want to, we're not trying. But if they're going to attack us, we got to get them first. Up, is it over? Nah, it can't be over yet. Where's the music? You got a rocket launcher. You're like on top of the train. You like grapple yourself to the top of the train somehow so you don't fall off. Like tied yourself down. Or maybe we have like, like a tank where you pop up out of there. Like a shoulder-mounted rocket launcher. Gonna shoot down the helicopters before they machine gun our train. Fire missiles at us. They think that they're preventing it spreading to other cities, but they're also taking out civilians because they may or may not be bitten. So we have to. We just have to. Oh, hey, what up, Koala? How's it going, man? I'm doing my first ever Nomapalooza on my new account. Can you hear the awesome guitar solo in the background? Got Slash going hard with Flea. Flea and Slash are just thrashing out, or whatever it's called. I was never a big, I don't know, I had my phase. I probably liked all the bands that everybody else would call, like, mainstream, though. I had a couple where it wasn't, but... Banana bread, French toast, or not French toast, huh? Banana bread or French toast, I'd probably pick banana bread, probably. French toast, you gotta make it. I guess you gotta make banana bread too, but... Somebody just placed banana bread and French toast in front of me. I don't know. That's a hard one. I'd probably take the bite of the banana bread first, though. That one kind of depends. Yeah. There's some banana bread that's not very good. And there's some French toast that's not very good. So it depends how well made it is, I guess. John says, play the games what you want to play. That's what the other YouTubers do. That's why I watch them. I may not play... I know, man, but... That might be why you watch them, but... That's also why, nobody else is watching them. Anytime anybody else plays a different game, the views go to down the toilet. Any Gems of War player that tries to play something else, almost always, the views go down the toilet. There's some exceptions. And that's why we do this. We're trying to get views. We're trying to get subscribers. It is fun, though. That's why I play Elden Ring. I'm doing exactly what you said by playing Elden Ring. So there's a cursed gnome. We have like 4 minutes left, but I'm more worried about vault keys and stuff, so I'm not gonna wait for it. If you're still leveling up your Soul Forge, or you still need like curse breaker weapons and pets like everybody, You might want to wait, get the full drop there, because they nerf your drops when you go too fast. So you have to kind of wait at the end of a Nomapalooza if you want like a full drop from a cursed gnome. Wait till the music ends and then kill it. But I need everything on this account, not just cursed runes. So I'm gonna keep going. Funky Town says French toast. Chad is almost back. Soon TM. No, I always thought that was a Gems of War developer thing, but it's like they got that from somewhere else. I don't know. Koala said I was trying to say banana bread French toast or normal French toast. Oh, okay, okay. Normal then. I don't want banana bread French toast. I don't think I've ever had that though, so. Probably eat regular French toast. Bananas do not need to be in that equation. I don't need bananas to join in that equation. Ruhan says, just a small token of appreciation. I owe you a few likes. Your videos have helped me. I appreciate it. I need all the help I can get these days. Especially from new people. We gotta in with the... Not really, but, you know. Unfortunately, even the hardest, most loyal people eventually disappear, so you gotta have new blood in here. For sure. That's why I'm gonna do a Gems of War After Dark. That way I can stream at a different time. I just wasn't feeling it this weekend. I'm probably not gonna do it this weekend. I'll probably wait till next weekend. I think Mr. T's like streaming a bunch this weekend, and I don't know, I'm just not in the mood. I gotta be in the mood to do a Gems of War After Dark. I don't really stay up late very often, and I like to make them slightly different. I want it to be more special, and just wasn't feeling it Friday or Saturday. Chad's back. John says Plague Requiem 2. Okay, I'll have to check it out. You ever finish up Elden Ring, John? Don't tell me what happens, but I'm just curious if you ever finished up that game, because I know you were playing it. Lord says, got about 200 keys from 9 Paloozas, and I'm done. I just got a key right there. Stupid Mythic battle. Hamish says, soon TM is just a dev thing. I know 3 other studios use it. Right? I never saw it until the Gems of War devs, but then I saw it other places on like videos that were before they even existed, type of stuff. S. Jekiv, sorry if I just murdered your name. You're a new player, level 68. You watched a lot of your videos because they are useful. Where are you farming, by the way? I'm in Wild Plains because I'm going for this, like Tokens of Guard, and the reason I'm specifically in Wild Plains... Ooh, I got a badge now. I'm definitely putting that bad boy on. Reason I'm doing Wild Plains is for the trait stone. So I'm trying to fully trait King Oberon, who's a 50% start for Rowan that I happen to get by luck. So I don't have him fully traded, though, and I'm not going to use them until I have them fully traded, so I can have a 50% start for Rowan. So the trait stone I need to get him fully traded right here, and I'm trying to get it. But if you're just doing regular, if you don't need a certain trait stone, and you're doing like Ironhawk or Rowan, it's right here. You want to do like Blackhawk, Wild Plains, or Cinemirage. It's because they're like, I forget why, like they have the least problems and the least HP and stuff. Like they don't summon or none of that stuff. Like it's just right here in this little corner. Do one of these 3. Hey, DC United's here. I'm about to make your avatar and emoji on the channel. That's a new thing we're gonna do like next month. I might test it out on your avatar. It's just a D, but everybody can post it, and like whenever you come to a stream, everybody can do every member can like do a DC emoji or emote or whatever it's called. Everybody can do that whenever you show up. It'd be sweet. Like the person of the month type of thing. Instead of the MVS, we'll do that. DC with the 10, freaking legend. If you've ever seen a legend of the Cynical channel, there he is right there. He's like my freaking Isabel, basically. Having both old and new is great, too. Glad to be with you, Cynical Sinners, choir members, and lurkers alike. Back to my lurking. Please do leave a like, you awesome folks. Mike D says, oof, DC with a gut shot. Nice. DC is the other side of the train. He's the Marty McFly. He's a level 10. He's like clotheslining 8 zombies at a time. He's got gigantic biceps. His hoverboard is really cool looking. Okay, so that Nomapalooza is over. Freaking legend DC United. Thank you so much, bro. Appreciate you. DC's my Isabel, if you get that joke. Let's go see. We got 25 vault keys now. We got like 8, but we didn't grab our pity keys yet, so we could go do that to see exactly. So we got 7. That's okay. I'm on a new account. I'm going kind of slow. You would probably get way more than that with a higher level account with a faster Rowan or Ironhawks. You would definitely get like double that probably. But I got 7. Vault keys are awesome. Everybody should want them. You can get gigantic gem drops. You can get troops. You can get Cedric. You can get orbs that can turn into power orbs. Like, the vault is the best. You can get gigantic gold drops, soul drops. It's the best. You can get big diamond drops. Like I know somebody out there in the Discord's trying to get 2,000 diamonds this weekend from the vault. Probably going to be really hard because I think the biggest drop is like 300 and it's hard to get. But it helps you get more towards that Mythic, those diamonds that you get from vault keys. So anything you're trying to get in the game, the vault is the answer. Whether it's diamonds, gold, souls, gems, everything. Orbs. If you're trying for Zul'Goth, the vault's the answer. If you need lots of gold to get into a better guild and do tasks or something, or open up kingdoms, vault's the answer. If you need souls for Dawnbringer, Dustbringer, leveling up troops, doing meddling or something, vault's the answer. It's the answer now for everything. So how many do I got? Let's see. Now that I did that. 32 vault keys. Have I gotten any of the stone I'm looking for yet? Ooh, look at that. I got 5 so far. I think I had like 0. So that's why I might be able to do King Aberon now. I don't know how many he takes. Let's go see. That's why I'm doing where I'm doing on this account. Why would I do King? There he is, though. Ah, I still need 5. I still need, like, 11 more. Holy cow. But hey. I've only been grinding for, like, an hour. 2 hour and 44 minutes, whatever. If I was doing this all weekend, I'd probably get King Aberon's trait stones eventually. And then as far as, verses go, I probably need Cindy again, I'm sure. She's probably mad at her hair again. Oh, I need both of them. I need all of them. Holy cow. The only one I got's blue. I need everybody. Dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. All you can do is keep going. Keep trying. Let's go. Oh, yeah, I got to put on that guard badge. I wonder which one's better, the Medal of Seasons or a guard badge. Let's see what y'all are saying, though. Chad with a bunch of trains. We're going to make that a bunch of DCs pretty soon. Elite Gamer says, I think the gnomes should be less random, show up every 3 to 5 matches so all players can find the same amount. You're in your first Nomapalooza, got 6 epic keys. 45 minutes later, I got 8 or 9. 2 random, everything. They kind of did fix that, though, you got to say. It used to be way worse. Now you have Nomapaloozas where you can make gnomes appear in every single battle, right? 4 gnomes in every single battle. Nomapalooza. And then they did pity keys, so for every gnome you kill, you get a counter towards a vault key. That's to help, like, bad luck, bad RNG. If you get gnomes and you get no vault keys from your gnomes, now you have to get vault keys because they count them up and they give you a certain amount per, like, every 5 gnomes you kill. So they kind of heard your complaint and they kind of fixed it a little bit, but, you know, we got Nomapalooza, we got pity keys. That's them trying to help out what you're saying there. So at least they've tried. It's definitely way better than it used to be. Used to be you would just do difficulty 1 Explorer all day and hope for gnomes, and that's it. You don't get any pity keys. There's no Nomapaloozas. There's like only one, or there wasn't even that many kinds of gnomes back in the day. Like, Vault Event used to be way worse, so that's why I'm not complaining about it, because I've seen they've tried, and they've definitely fixed it and made it better. I was there on the very first Vault Event where, you know, there's like 4 different types of gnomes, and there was no pity keys, no Nomapalooza, and that was it. So it's different, like, outlooks on it. Like, I've been playing for almost 6 years or something. A person that's been only playing for 1 year and has never seen the game without Nomapaloozas, has never seen the game without pity keys, I could see, yeah. Alright, what do we got here? So Badge of Guard is +2 armor. That's probably not enough. We get 4 from a Medal of Season, so guess I'm not switching. But we're that much closer. Man, I need a lot more, though. I need 6 more tokens to get a medal. 6 more guard tokens. But let's keep it up. This is the Vault Event. You do the same thing over and over and over. And every once in a while, you mix in a Nomapalooza. I'm trying for a trait stone. I'm leveling up my Titan class. I'm getting hero experience. I'm looking for gnomes and vault keys and verses. Oh, why was that? What happened there? Why did I not one-shot? Oh, they hit me. That's why. I was wondering. They hit me and I had no armor. That's why. Hey, your boy LaCroix is here. He's been going hard in the comments. Shout out to your boy LaCroix. John says I got done 364 vault keys, 32 epic vault keys so far. Done 22 Nomapaloozas. I still have 39. Dang, John, you're crushing it. Mike D says I need verse 4s. I have at least 20 of verse 1 through 3. It's always like that, you know? I hate that. Elite Gamer says verse 4 must be a mythic verse. I have 30 plus green and less than 20 red and blue and only 2 to 3 yellow. I thought it was Cindy for most people, but you guys are, Allie has a hard time getting verse 1. I need Cindy. I need everybody now, but it seems like my main account, my new account, it's always Cindy. And I've heard other people say Cindy, but it's like confirmation bias type stuff. This isn't my typical Rowan team, by the way. This is my Rowan team tailored for the Vault Event as a very new player. Working towards that 50% start. We got DC on one side of the train. We got Chad on the other. Have we ever been more protected on in the train? Or no, Chad, you're not. Where are you? Chad was the engineer. He was the first one. Glorfindel's shoveling the shite. Hiram Hawk is the conductor. Coffins is the big bicep bodyguard. Funky Town's the bandit kicker. Caustic Life was the first Marty McFly, right? Then we had Trey, who was the other one. Or no, Trey was the rocket launcher, and then DC was the other Marty. So DC has an awesome, yeah, he has an awesome hoverboard. Clotheslining 80 zombies at a time. Train is moving along. We're up to speed. The hillbillies are trying to catch up right now. The helicopters are, you can hear them in the distance. Zombies are kind of mobbing along on the side of the train. Chad throws out a grenade and thins them out a little bit. DC's clotheslining a bunch. Trey's shooting rocket launchers down. Trying to hit, like, behind them really far away so he doesn't hit the train. Until that helicopter gets here, he's got to do something with it. Yeah, let's trade. That'd be cool if they did that, like, made a trading system. I gotta go, use the little boys' room, everybody. 1 second, y'all. Won't take long. I'll wash my hands. Don't even ask. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Been holding that PP in for this whole time. I think it's funny to say, like, children, little children words for pee and poop. Poo-poo and pee-pee. Anyway. Yeah, it'd be cool if we could trade in this game. That would just break the game, though. You know it would. People would be trading, like, whatever. Yeah. Unfortunately. Maybe you could just trade with your guild mates or something. I don't know. Chad needs more verse 3s. Your boy LaCroix says thank you for the shout-out. Still waking up and it reminded me to go like the stream. Alright. Baz is the elusive one. Lord says... Ghost Rebel's here. Lord says I have 3 verse 1 and 20 verse 2 and 6 to 7 of the others. It's a chair stream. He went to take a Chad. Tone Smoke Off is here. You're on level 10 on Wild Plains and it just got hard. Well, don't do level 10, man. Do level 1. You want to kill as many enemies as possible as quickly as possible. You don't get like a better chance the higher up you go. You have the same chance on level 1 as you have on level 10. So you want to cycle as many enemies as possible. You don't want to make it harder on yourself. So go back to level 1 and just kill them as fast as you can. We're doing... I mean, unless you're on Switch right now. PC, mobile, Xbox, and PlayStation, we have Vault Event right now. So almost everybody's in difficulty 1 no matter what. And they're just killing as many enemies as they can. Trying to make gnomes pop up. Because that's how it works. So if one person's on difficulty 12... and one person's on difficulty 1... it's the same chance that a gnome will pop up. The only difference is... difficulty 1 you can do way faster. So you can kill way more enemies and give yourself a better chance of a gnome popping up. Because that's how it works. John says, I think it's the first time I've ever seen Cindy go to the bathroom during live streams. He thought I had a bucket. Yeah, on the chatathon, I took a break here or there, but, you know, we do like 7 hours on that. And I only take like 1 break. I take like 1 10-minute break during the 7-hour chatathon, so you're not wrong. I just get going and I don't think about like, I need to take a break or anything. Never crosses my mind unless it's been like 4 or 5 hours. Like, if I'm doing an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, like it's almost never need a break. Just keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. I have one of those chairs that just has a toilet built in it. I got a toilet chair. Alright, come on, baby. We need some verse gnomes. Please. Let's go. Or some trait stones. I would take those, please. Some trait stones. Some verses. Just any kind of gnome would be great. Like a battle like this right here. Just getting like class experience. I got it. I mean, I don't know. Might need that. Kind of want to see what how far I am on Titan. Oops. 54. So, I think, when's the next one? 60 or 70? Probably 70. Dang it. Yeah, I gotta wait all the way till 70 for my next thing. Oh well, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. You can level up quite a bit during a vault event, just because you're doing so much so quickly. Ruhan says, does doing Explore on a higher difficulty give better rune stones? I mean, for post-event purposes? Pretty sure, yeah. Definitely gives you more myth stones. It says, I think it says there, we'll look at it. I haven't had to farm for trait stones in a long time. But if you mean myth stones, then yeah, 100%. Where does it tell you that? So like right here, it tells you like how much, what level the enemy is, how much times gold you get. Myth stones, it tells you how many, and then tokens, like, because if you go higher, you can get more tokens, you can get more myth stones, you can get more gold, the enemy's level goes higher. But the trait stones, I'm not sure about trait stones. I haven't had to farm those in so long. I think one's like guaranteed at like the boss chest maybe, so can't remember if it's better to do low difficulty or high difficulty. Probably just depends what else you're doing. Like if you're going for tokens, you should probably do higher difficulty. If you're just farming class experience and vault keys, you should do lower difficulty. Mike D, thank you so much, bro. You're the random hobo like on Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I haven't watched that in forever. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I'm gonna have to look that up. Like everybody always, you know, that one thing that that guy did made everybody like, you know, cancel Pee-wee. I mean, his name is Pee-wee. What do you think he's gonna do? His name's Pee-wee. You meant trait stones? It's been confirmed since he sits on a commode. I have like one of my biggest videos ever is a trait stone farming video. It's got like, not biggest ever, but it's a good one. You could probably check that out. Maybe I said something in it back then. I can't even remember because it's been so long. I'm pretty sure you just have like a chance per battle to get them, and then like on the boss chest or something, you get one guaranteed, and you just get to boss chests faster if you're on difficulty 12 because you get more myth stones, so your myth stones build up quicker, and so you get more boss chests, which helps with tokens as well. So it is probably a better idea to do like a higher difficulty for trait stones, just because you get to that boss chest quicker. So we'll check it out. If I get to another boss chest, we'll see. Do I get an automatic trait stone? I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Lord Augustin. You get an arcane stone every mini boss and mythic boss on level 12 Explorer. So I think it is the higher level. It's more guaranteed arcanes. It just makes sense too. Like when you're doing lower level Explorer, you get lower level trait stones. When you're doing higher level Explorer, you get higher level trait stones. The gnome thing's totally different. You're just trying to kill as many gnomes as you can, because there's like, they roll like RNG on every troop slot every battle to see if a gnome pops in or not. So the more you go through, the better chance you have at rolling a gnome. But trait stones are different. Like, I think the higher level you do, the better chance at a better trait stone. And just like what I was saying earlier, if you do higher level Explorer, you're going to get more myth stones, which is going to get you to a boss chest faster than if you're doing like difficulty 1 and getting like 3 trait stones per battle. If you do the higher one, you can get like way more. It might take you like 2 or 3 minutes to run the battle, but it just is more in the long run. Plus, why not try to get Nisha tokens while you're at it? And I know the difficulty 12 is hard and everything, but you can do it. If you got your Rowan team fully souped up, it can do it. It can do it with Shield of Erskaya. It could probably do it with Golden Cog. Then you have Guardians, so either or Gob Truffle. You don't have to be level 1000 to be doing difficulty 12 Explorer. I can do it right now on this account. It might take me a minute to build my armor up for my Rowan. It might take a couple shots, but I could do it. Especially if I had the Shield of Erskaya and like Miraji Queen or King Oberon or something. And by then, I'm probably going to have like Gob Truffles and Guardians. So with the Guardians, you just, whatever color the kingdom is, like it'll tell you like what color troop is going to pop up the most often. And then that Guardian hits that color harder. So depending on what kingdom you're in and what trait stone you're trying to get is what Guardian you would use. So let's say you're in Whitehelm trying to get like a yellow trait stone. You would use Finesse, because Finesse hits yellow way harder than like Ferocity or Cunning or whatever. You get those Guardians from Guild Sealed chests. And that's another perk of being in a good guild. You would get all those Guardians a lot faster. Get them fully traded, get them fully leveled up and everything. Get 3 of them. We got the Stone Slicer coming in next week for the Cunning. Even though Cunning's one of the worst Guardians, but take Finesse to Yellow Kingdoms, you take Ferocity to Red Kingdoms, you take Defiance to Brown Kingdoms, take Persistence to Green Kingdoms, etc. Then Gob Truffle you can just do everywhere because he loops. So even if it's hard, you just keep it on your turn, you keep looping and get them down eventually. And like I said, Rowan can do it too. You just got to build her armor up really high and cast her. Hope they don't hit you first. John says, I did all my kingdom challenges with 3 Finesse and Nimbus Bow. That's a nice thing to have done. Never have to worry about it again. It's one of those things in the game you only have to do once. I don't have mine done, but I will do it eventually one day. Just always something more important to do, I feel. I've never been sitting here in this game and thought, man, I should do my challenges. Except for with autoplay. I think autoplay, it's the first thing you should do with autoplay. Just run all your challenges. There's only 2 things you can do with autoplay. You can do explore or challenges. So why not run all your challenges with autoplay? Get them out of the way. It's a thing in the game you only have to do once, and then you never do it again. That's why when people mention it as a thing, like a way to get diamonds or something, it's like, yeah, I guess, but it's only one time, and it's really hard to get all the way to the diamonds. Alright, I think I got about, maybe 30 minutes left in me, a little bit less. We'll see how it goes here. They're trying. The hillbillies are up your butt, but, kicking them off. Hitting them, shooting them. The helicopter comes around. Rocket launcher. Zombies converging on the side, but clotheslines. They get in a little bit, like they're bursting through the windows. Slamming their face against the side, grabbing their arm, and just pulling their arm really hard and slamming their face against the glass. They can't even get into the engine car. Chad's up there putting on different music stations that nobody else likes. Everybody's complaining. We don't want to hear this, man. Put it to something else. Put on I Like Big Butts. Put on the I Like Big Butts song. We're just cruising down the tracks, going like 20 miles per hour. I like big butts and I cannot lie. Other brothers can't deny. Ruhan says, I love your finesse team, my favorite one of all your teams, but I haven't got Zul'Goth yet. He's one of the last things you're going to get, so you can work towards it, but don't like, you know, there's so many other things you should get first. Concentrate on, I guess that's the word I was looking for. Like on this account right now, I'm not even thinking about Zul'Goth. I'm barely even thinking about Mythics. I'm more thinking about legendaries and stuff like that. On this account right now, I'm thinking King Aberon, the Miragic Queen, King Gobtruffle, Guardians, Underworld Troops, making my Rowan team as good as I can. Like, Mythics are not even in my thought process right now with this account. Zul'Goth is just, like, way down the road. Dawnbringer's not even in the conversation. Like, just depends where you're at in the game, whether you should even think about a Zul'Goth or something, you know? The things I'm thinking about are more legendaries at the moment. Certain weapons, Guardians, Underworld Troops. It's more realistic. I'm not going to sit here and farm souls for Dawnbringer at the moment. I'm not going to, like, obsess over orbs for Zul'Goth. There's, like, an order of operation, and you gotta, like, kind of be realistic about things. But Mike D... What was Mike D, by the way? We have so many... You're in the Hummer, I guess, Mike D? You're in your own vehicle? You're, like, the buffer between the back of the train and the hillbillies? You got a Hummer? So they have to kind of, like, look around you and, like, fire their shotgun, or you're kind of, like, brake checking them and stuff. Mike D's, like, brake checking the hillbillies. In his Hummer. Riding on the tracks behind us. Kind of being the procession or whatever. Ruhan says, I use Mountain Crusher, though. Don't have Nimbus Bow yet. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I hate seeing that in the comments where people like, I can't do finesse. I don't have Nimbus Bow. Just use a Mountain Crusher or something like Ruhan. You can still hit yellow enemies really hard. You still give 6 mana to the other finesses on your team. Like, it's still good. You can still get stuff done. You don't have to have Nimbus Bow. It's just... There's also a Staff of Storms out there, so if you happen to see that before you see Nimbus Bow, make sure you grab the Staff of Storms. I don't mention it very often, but it's another weapon you can use with the finesse team that goes perfectly with it. I think it's inferior to the Nimbus Bow because Nimbus Bow makes a bunch of extra turns, which gives finesse more stats, which makes finesse even more powerful. But the Staff of Storms is a close second. It's an explodey weapon that gives Strix like positive stats effect and has a summon and all that. It's one of those. So it's a close second, but I still prefer Nimbus Bow for all the yellow it makes, all the extra turns, and all the stats it gives to finesse. I still think it's the best weapon for finesse team. Just like Rage Reaver's the best for ferocity. There's other weapons like Flammifer or Summer's Fury or whatever you could use too. But Rage Reaver's the best. And even I was using like Flammifer at first, and somebody mentioned Rage Reaver. And I tried it out, and I was like, yeah, you're right. This is better. It does way more red. Alright, Mike D, later on, Cinny, Chadwick got to do adult stuff now. It's all good, bro. We'll put that Tesla Hummer on, you know, self-drive or whatever. You're still helping out. John says, I got my hero class to 100 done first. Set yourself a goal and concentrate on that. Yep. Get it, man. You get it, John. And always do that stuff after. You should pick something to do after, you know? Do your adventure board, do your dungeon every single day. There's a daily event you're going to have to do. There's guild stuff you're going to have to do. Then you pick a thing that you're going to do after those things, and you do that every day for 15 minutes, whatever, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever that is for you. At some point for John, it was leveling up classes. It was doing challenges. That was his thing that he would do after his daily stuff. You want to pick a thing that you're going to do after your daily stuff that you do every single day, and you do it for a certain amount of time. Like whether it's boss chests, maybe you want tokens, you need Nisha medals. So after I do my adventure board, after I do my dungeon, after I do my guild stuff, after I do my daily event stuff, making sure I'm on track to get tier 1 in PvP, once I'm done with all that, there's a thing that I'm doing after that, like farming tokens. I'm going to get 3 boss chests a day every day after I get my daily stuff done. I'm going to do a class, Sun Spear, every day for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to farm class experience for Sun Spear. I'm going to farm gold in the Warren. I'm going to do Warrens 3 times a day in the Underworld and farm, Chaos Shards and gold and stuff. Like, give yourself like an extra goal after your daily stuff. It can be anything at that point. You could do Arena 3 times a day after your daily stuff. You could do your Delves 3 times a day after your daily stuff. Just farm a specific resource or class. Like a lot of high-level players probably do difficulty 12 Explorer when they're done with everything else. They're trying for the Horde, the Mythic Mimic, or they're trying for more Nisha medals to fully medal troops or whatever. Everybody can always do something else after they're done with their daily stuff. That's all fit into the 45 minutes to an hour a day thing. Even that is in there, kind of. Takes you about 45 minutes to do your daily stuff, and then that extra 15 minutes is your whatever your thing is that you're doing. It might be a little longer these days because they just keep adding in things. So maybe like an hour for daily stuff, and then 15 to 30 minutes for your extra thing. It's back when I made that video, that 45 minutes to get anything in the game video. We had less stuff to do each day, so now it's probably moved to like an hour you have to play every day to make sure you're doing the 2 steps forward, 1 step back deal. Because they're going to keep adding things. You're never going to get all the way caught up. You're never going to beat this game. Don't play it like that. If you're out there playing this game like you're going to beat it, you're going to burn yourself out and hate this game after 2 or 3 months. And you're never going to beat it either. You're just going to, you'll get to a certain point, think you did enough, and you're just going to quit. But you're never going to beat it. You're never going to have all the troops. You're never going to have all the power levels fully maxed out in every kingdom. You're never going to have every troop fully medaled. You're not going to have Diamond Tina. Nobody's going to beat this game. And by the time you do, they're going to add something else. And then you're not going to have it. So just never try to beat the game. Never think about it like that. Think about it like something you play for an hour each day. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You're just slowly, gradually getting further and further. Like, I've never spent $1 on this game, and I have every single troop pretty much that's possible. The only ones I don't have are maybe recently available in, like Medusa or some tarot card. Or, like, the Mythic Mimic. Those are the only cards I'm missing. And that's from 2 steps forward, 1 step backing for 5 years, 6 years. I'll call you Rowan. Yeah, that's a good one. Call Ruhan Rowan from now on. You put on some John Fitzpatrick songs. John used EOE. That's a good one. And you get that for pretty easily, right? EOE's like a class weapon or something. So you can get that pretty easily as well. That's a good one. Mountain Crusher you definitely get first. And EOE's good when you're doing difficulty 12 Explorer because it can tie up like their first troop and make sure it doesn't hit you with skulls and stuff like that. It's kind of sad when they nerfed it, but it was one of those nerfs that didn't kill it. Like, there's been nerfs before that killed whatever, you know? Killed Ubestead or... what else was really awesome back in the day and they just killed it? They've killed stuff before, but like... Skeleton Key, they nerfed it, didn't kill it. Gob Truffle, they nerfed it, didn't kill it. EOE, they nerfed it, but they didn't kill it. Like, that's what I was trying to say. I think Ubestead is one of those that they kind of killed. He's not dead, like... You can put him with Rope Dart and he still works okay. There's barely anybody uses them anymore because there's better... Like, Scorpius Urali is better than Ubestead Rope Dart. If you're doing difficulty 12 Explorer and you have every single troop in the game, you're going to want to use Zul'Goth or Scorpius Urali, I would say. So they're the fastest to get tokens. Oh, come on, Rowan. Where are you at? Green. There we go. Bang. Excuse me. Lord says the OG players level 2,000 plus 7 years in the game, and they still use Rowan for metal grinding. How'd they nerf EOE? What was it? It's one of its perks or something. Wasn't there like a whole debacle with like lycanthropy and like the toad, the frog thing? Like, they did something to it. I can't remember. They definitely did something to EOE. Somebody know out there what they did to it? I don't think I have it. I could look at it, I guess. I just know it was nerfed or something, and not as many people use it now. It was either the lycanthropy or the frog like hex thing. It used to do something else. It's gonna be hard to tell because I can't remember what it used to do. And this was a while ago. This was like a year, like when lycanthropy came out. Pretty sure. Now you got me second guessing myself, but I'm pretty sure they nerfed EOE. Or they did something with it. Like it was this, and then it was that, and then they changed it again. Maybe nerf's not the word, I don't know. You go, now you got me wondering. Now you got me wondering, I forget what they did. I should have just wrote essence. Was its mana cost, maybe? It was something. Something like little. Something little. I can't even look at its perks because I don't have it. That's dumb. Does anybody remember what it was? It was either like, I swear, it's something with its like last trait or perk or whatever. Like it had lycanthropy and then it didn't, or it didn't have it and then it had it, and like that's annoying or something. Like I think it the lycanthropy thing, like you would put all those negative stats effects on it, and then it would turn into a beast and all of them would go away or something. I don't know. They either nerfed it or they nerfed it and then they fixed it or something. Something changed with it, and then you got me doubting myself now, but definitely changed, and then they changed it again or something. I remember it was something to do with lycanthropy. I'm pretty sure like people would use it, and then the thing would turn into a beast, and like it was annoying when all the stats effects went off it. Something like that. I don't know. Oh, are we gonna cast all of our explosions this time, Rowan? Chad will be right back. Somebody take the wheel. I can't even tell you who's up there now. You guys are awesome today. We had Chad, we had Glorfindel. Hiram Hawk probably takes the wheel. Coffins, Funky Town. Funky Town's going back and forth, slamming zombies' faces into the window when they break their arm through it. Caustic Life. Trey. Rohan. DC. Mike D. Gave us a little poo-poo today. Appreciate it, y'all. Alright, let's see here. There we go. So, you know, for this live stream, I've been doing the vault the entire time. I would probably do my dungeon. I'm in a new guild, too, so I gotta be cognizant of that. I'll probably start doing that next week, though, because I joined in the middle of the week. So I'm not super worried about... Like, I gave some gold just for good faith. But I'm not, like, doing the guild events or anything. Hopefully they remembered that I joined halfway through the week and they don't just kick me on Monday. Okay, I got a verse. We don't even have time for a Nomapalooza at this point, though. Maybe I'll go do my dungeon real quick, just so I can be done with this account for the day. Let's go run the dungeon on this new account. See if I can get a perfect. Because I needs to go in about, 10 minutes or so. Alright, got the tribute. Your tribute will get better the more kingdoms you open and the higher you level them up and everything. Like, I got the magic kingdoms to 10 right now. And the more you open kingdoms and level them up and power levels, and you'll get better tributes. So right now I'm getting pretty crappy tributes because I don't have very many kingdoms leveled up and stuff, and I don't even have all of them yet. So eventually tribute will be a good way to get gems every hour. PvP, where am I at on that? I probably am not done with that either. Was it, yeah, I still got like 5 more to do. Probably not going to happen in this stream. Adventure board, how's that looking? Ooh, we got gems here. I probably need all that stuff. And then dungeon. We'll do this and then we'll be done for the day. Let's do the dungeon. I heard somebody say that 6, 4, and 1 are in the new layout here, are the ones that are most likely to not have traps. Or what, this is 5. 6, 4, and 1? Nope, that didn't go for me. I'm going to stay because I'm on a crappy new account and I don't want to make it harder. I'm looking more for diamonds than dragonite. And everything I just said went down the toilet. Did get king. So we got a spike trap and a weakness trap. It's not too bad. The one you hate to see is like silence or something. They added lycanthrope, but it didn't spoil EOE that bad. Yeah. It's kind of like the Gob Truffle nerf where they upped his mana cost just a couple. Or the Skeleton Key nerf. Where it really didn't. People still use both those things. I still use EOE. Oh, I didn't switch back to the other team. This is going to be... Forgot. I'm still using my vault farming team. Probably should have just ran away. Using the wrong team here. Let's get Leprechaun. Somehow it still worked out. Wasn't even using the right team. You get more diamonds on Sunday, remember that. I tell you to do dungeon every single day. That's for diamonds. That's to save up for mythics in the Soul Forge. But remember, Sunday is diamond day. You get more. So always do it on Sunday no matter what. Or that was level 30. Alright, let's fix our team. Show owned. And I need Clack. And I need... Stop it. I need golden shower. And I need this here. Banner. Forget what I use. I use every single color, so the banner's kind of hard to decide. We do have 2 purples, even though Leprechaun starts. 2 purples, 2 greens. I would hate to minus blue, though. That's dumb. See, I can never decide on a banner here. Maybe I'll just do the double green for now. I'll figure it out later. Alright, let's get this dungeon done, and then we are going to get out of here. I'll say goodbye to everybody. Any final questions, put them in the chat. Maybe somebody out there needs to know the same thing. There's no stupid question. Hey, how's it going, Divazi? Divazu. Hi from Australia. Wow, you're from the motherland. The motherland of Gems of War. That's where the developers are from. If you didn't know, the devs are from Australia. That's why they put out updates at weird times. That's why it resets at like 3 a.m. for me. Because they're way across the other side of the world with different time zone. They say they have a development team, like, or they say they have people in the United States, but they never do anything. They never do anything. That's if I'm gonna cut it. They just never do anything. Yeah. What's the point of even having them if they can't? You know how it goes. Like, there'll be a bug in the game, and it'll be Friday morning or something, Thursday night, whatever. People find the bug. They start talking about it on the forums. It's like a terrible bug. And then, oh, the devs are in Australia, so they're like a million hours ahead of us, so it's their weekend, so they're not going to fix it till Monday now. We all have to wait freaking 72 hours for them to fix a bug because they're in Australia. It happens so many times, it's crazy. I only got 66 armor, so probably going to wait. Might need a little bit more. Get the cog. I just want to make sure I got enough here. Better not eat me with your stupid mimic. Alright, there we go. Elite Gamer says, those days that I use that big bat and also Behemoth. Hey, it's still kind of viable to use like Crimson Bat and Draculus. Maybe not Behemoth. Used to use like Dragon Soul back in the day. Remember that? Christinax. You have like a Dragon Soul Christinax team or something. Now nobody does that ever. Jarl Fire Mantle with Goblin Rockets. Nobody does that. If I can kill that first guy, Now Rowan will hit harder. Ooh, if I can kill the second guy. That's why Rowan's better than Guard's Avatar, because Guard's Avatar would still hit all of these for whatever. Rowan will now hit them harder because there's a missing troop. What do we need here? I'm going to try it. Oof, so close. It's worth a shot. The difference between scatter damage and like AoE. Scatter damage is better. Oh yeah, buddy, that's great. That's really cool. How did that happen? I should not have cast. That is Diamantina, though. Be careful. Luckily, dungeon, it don't matter. Doesn't matter if you lose, you can keep trying. Is this his main account? I probably shouldn't have took all those skulls either. Sometimes when you're in a tough battle with the Rowan team, you gotta really just sit there and concentrate on boosting Rowan's armor and like nothing else. Like, if you see skulls, you don't even mess with them. I feel like they already got me behind here. We give less armor right now. That's dumb. Oh! Okay. Okay. Okay, we gotta be careful. Okay. Oh, why? Why? I just need a color. Why? Because you're webbed? They're gonna get me again. Stop it. Shoo! Sometimes those dungeons still be hard. That's why I'm not going down the stairs. I would advise you to never go down if you're a low-level player. You don't want to get stuck somewhere where you can't win. I think I'll even buy the offer on Sunday because it's better also. Give me some diamonds here. I don't even know how many I have right now. I think the thing, I wanted a certain weapon and I was missing the jewels. I hate that. I don't even think about that these days because I have so many jewels. But sometimes the jewels are going to screw you up as far as a weapon goes. You need like 600 of each or something to feel safe. If I go to weapons, I can't make any of these. I'm missing the purple here. I'd have to use shards. That's a big tip there. Never change your shards to diamonds until you're literally going to spend your diamonds. Don't do it before then, because you may need them for a certain jewel for a certain weapon. Like we got Divine Protector here. If I wanted to get it, I don't have enough green or blue, and I would have to go change my shards into green and blue. And I don't think I'm going to do that for that weapon. I would wait for something else, like Rope Dart or something, or Rage Reaver, or something other than Divine Protector. Which I could probably do it now, but when Rope Dart was in here, I couldn't do it. It was annoying. So I really wanted it. But I was just short. Alright, y'all, I better get out of here. I really appreciate it. Awesome live stream. Was fun. Next live stream will be... I would hate to, like, say Gems of War After Dark tonight, because I'm pretty sure I don't want to go up against Mr. T, and I think he's live streaming tonight for quite a while. I'll just probably do next weekend or something. We'll do Gems of War After Dark on the last weekend of the month. I don't know. What do we got? Raids or something? We'll make it fun, though. And, we got Wednesday. So Wednesday. We got Sunday. And then at some point, I might do the, gotta do the train one / After Dark one. So there's at least one other special one as well. So we got Wednesday at 10 a.m. EST, we got Sunday at 10 a.m. EST, and then we got a special one, maybe two, but at least one special one before the end of the month. Like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So that's what's up with live streams at least. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 more. Yeah, and then besides that, we have the world event scoring at reset. We got spoilers out already. I got a couple other videos I did Thursday and Friday that are pretty good if you haven't seen them. We got the team video coming out on like 5 a.m. tomorrow morning for the world event. It's skull metal, so make sure you check out the video because that's going to be hard to do a skull only team in a world event with skull metals. So you might need a team for that. And then weekly preview where I go over the Soul Forge and everything else will come out later that day, Monday around 8, 8:30, 9 at the latest. And of course, faction teams Tuesday at reset. So I'll see y'all for that stuff. Thanks for joining me today. You guys are awesome. Bunch of new people here too. DC says, always a pleasure hanging out with you, Cindy Man, and this awesome community of Sinners, Choir members, and Lurkers too. Be excellent. Stay safe out there, everyone. DC, like, gets everybody in his phone booth and they shoot away to the future or the past or something. Stay excellent, Bill and Ted. D-Vazu, good to see ya. Have a great day. Remember, everybody, to like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And thank you for joining me today. DC United, D-Vazu, Rohan Robinson. It's Ruhan, and then your nickname is Rohan Robinson. Triple R. The Elite Gamer was here. Lord Augustin. Mr. Chad, a.k.a. Clip Bomb, throwing those grenades at the zombies. John Fitzpatrick was here. Mike D was here. He was in the Hummer. He was in the Hummer, making that procession. Lord Augustin, Mike D with the 5. What a legend. Tone Smokeoff was here. Ali Bandy was here. We have Chad, we have John, we have Tone, Mike, Ghost Rebel, your boy LaCroix putting in that work in the comments. Appreciate that. Chad, Mike, John, your boy LaCroix, Elite Gamer, DC dropping that big old 10 on us. Appreciate it, bro. He's gonna get the first, he's gonna get the test emoji for his avatar picture if he wants. I'll make sure it's all right before I just do it. S. Jichev, sorry. S. Jichev was here. New people, really awesome. Hamish was here. Shout out to Hamish. Lord Augustin, John, Funky Town, Texas was here. He's here like every single time. Shout out to Funky Town, Texas. I notice Funky Town, Texas here like every single time. Allie, Jim, Neophyte. Not that other people aren't. I'm just saying that's his thing today. Trey Bobuff was here. 30 months, moderator, Heart of Rage. What a legend. He gave $4 too. What a beast. Neophyte Alley. Lord. Glorfindel was here shoveling that shite. One of 3 MVSs ever. Glorfindel. Most valuable center. Hiram Hawk Alley. Chad. Neophyte Lord. Funky Town. Caustic Life was here. Shout out to Caustic Life. Apple Shafe was here. Christian was here. He just couldn't help himself. He spammed again. Sorry, Christian. I had to put you in timeout. It's okay, though. Come back, try again. Maybe one of these days. Caustic Life with the 2. Thank you so much. Coffins was here. A new person, Coffins. Good to see ya. Funky Town. Apple. Hiram Hawk. Coffins with the 2. Hiram Hawk with the 2. Glorfindel. Hiram Hawk's been a member for 14 months. Holy cow. You've had way past a whole year. Chad with the 2 got everything started off. Can you see how it goes? Train. Guess who started it off? Mr. Chad, a.k.a. Clip Bomb. He got that train on the tracks and started, and everything else happened after that. So special shout out to Chad. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. You're the best. Grind that vault, and we'll be doing that scoring video at reset. See you there.